Hi Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your April 1st to the 15th, 2022 reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will be listed in the description box below. Now before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration, and releasing any negativity. Be warned there will be a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds. Letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. So let's see what the tarot has to say. And looking into the scrying bowl while I was doing the singing bowl, there is the imagery of a butterfly coming, and there's also a strong sense of spring, spring, spring. And I know for those of us who live in the southern hemisphere, it's becoming, it's going into winter, fall, seasons. So here, there is a sense of that transition coming forward, but there's also a sense of beauty and transformation, and also just a change. I'm smelling flowers. I'm just feeling connected, more connected. And that's going to be really important to us, Capricorn. So let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. So we have the Page of Swords, the Eight of Cups, the Page of Cups, Judgment, and the Ace of Wands. So there's something that we're walking away from. There is an ending that's coming forward, and it's more mental and emotional. We've distanced ourselves from something here that we just don't want in our lives anymore. And that's going to be a very big step, because now I really do feel like we're opening ourselves up to something more, but also we're looking at things in a very different way. So I see that here with the Eight of Cups, there's a profound ending. And then we have the Page of Swords and the Page of Cups. There's something here emotionally, mentally, that isn't connecting with us anymore. We're learning things differently. We're taking on new ideas, new inspirations, new concepts. And there's a real sense of, okay, now I have to move forward for me in this field, in what I want, in what I'm discovering. We're also looking at people who are immature. They just don't have the wherewithal to stand where we want them to stand, to be where we want them to be. And there's a sense here of, am I going to keep on sacrificing myself to pull you up, or to bridge that gap? And we're kind of fed up with it. So embracing and understanding that energy excuse me, is going to be very important. There's a gift coming in from God, Source, Spirit. However you see the divine, the universe. I do see us, because we have the walking stick right here, I do see us using this gift, and it helps us walk away. There's something here that's inspiring us. There's something here where the passion is coming back, and that can be why the spring is so important. It's a sense of a rejuvenation, a just brightening of things, and we're going to see that that's what we're drawn to during this time. Is somebody working with pastels right now, or looking at pastel swatches? I just see pastel paint, and there's a sense of, there's almost a sense of a new start. It's like if once it's painted, it's a new start. So yeah, just acknowledging that from Spirit right now, and that's important. It brings us to Judgment. We're rising out of darkness, out of hurt, out of pain, out of disappointment. We're rising to a new level. We're rising in a new way that we hadn't expected. There's a sense of, I rise up. I rise up and I'm inspired. And we're being called by our angels. We're being called to look at more, to see more, to connect with more. And that's important for us. And that's also something that is going to have us have more courage within ourselves. Now let's look at the energy we have to be mindful of during this time. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Ooh, right here. Okay. So the Eight of Cups right here. There is something that, again, we're distancing ourselves from. We do have the Eight of Cups here. But it's almost as if we were abandoned. Okay, that's the energy that's coming up from this card. It's almost like we had to handle it all on our own, all by ourselves. And so when we walk away from something, it brings up bad energy, because there's almost a sense of, am I copying this abandonment? Am I being this person who walked away? And what Spirit needs us to acknowledge is that, no, we're not that person who walked away, but we do have to stand up for ourselves. We do have to embrace where we need to thrive and where we don't thrive at all. It then brings us to our chakra energy. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. We have clarity, the third eye chakra. We're seeing things so much more clearly. Now, if we accept this, the doors are opening. Okay? The third eye is opening. We're seeing things more clearly, more openly, more honestly. If we don't accept this, if we're saying, you know what, it's too much already right now, like, why is more being added to me? Acknowledging that is, again, going to be important, because we can close the door or we can open it. And this is a time where we'll be surprised where opening that door leads us. But we have to be ready for it. So for some of us Capricorns, we're going to say, no, I'm not ready for this. Like, I can't walk through. I can't embrace this. And that's going to be okay. Okay? Let's look at, but again, okay, so Spirit's saying, but again, you're going to be seeing things more clearly, differently than you have before. And that's a really big deal. So whether you're taking this gift and you're running with it completely, or you're saying, not right now, you're still going to be having more connected with Spirit insights to things. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. So here we have the, is it the yogi? I don't know. Let me see. Yogini? I don't know. There we are. And it says, we are all one, each an inspirable part of the unseen infinite energy that surrounds us, sustains, and empowers us, and all there is. So we're all connected. We're all connected, and there is beauty within us. And is that the butterfly? Sure, it looks like one. Or it could be, plant that's springing up. And that's, okay, that's the spring that's coming forward. That's the sense of we are blossoming into what we need to be, into the way that we're moving forward. So let's go deeper into the tarot. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Ooh, okay. The Five of Water, the Five of Cups, the Ace of Air, the Four of Pentacles, and the Sun. I love that we have the Sun here. I love that our radiance is shining through. And with the Five of Water, we need to change our minds and change our lives. We need to change what we're focusing on. We are getting a gift of knowledge and insight coming in. We're taking it, we're running with it, but we're not going to feel as if we're really getting the full value of what's coming forward as we should be. So there's going to be a sense here of unsurety as we're moving forward. There's going to be a sense here of, well, can I do this? And, do I know where I want to be? And just a question coming forward. I just see a question mark coming up. It's like, I have so many ideas, or I'm not really sure. It's almost like I'm not really sure to see the world the way that they're presenting it. And I need to step into the power of my understanding, the power of my perception. And that's where we're becoming the student, where we're really taking in this energy. There's also a sense here of some blockages coming up, okay? Something that we're holding on to. And it can be that we're just holding on to things. And again, spring cleaning, comes into mind, the sense of a release. And that's a powerful release that's going to let us shine. That's going to let us be so much more than what we were. So we start off with this sense that I need to change what I'm looking at, because we're going to have a tendency to look at things in a very myopic way, in a very kind of like, okay, this is the way that it has to be way. And that's not going to inspire us. That's not going to help us. That's not going to move us forward. So here it's change your mind and change your life. But it is also to acknowledge what has passed, but not letting what has fallen apart become what defines us, because we're human. everything falls apart. So many things, even with the best of intentions and the best energy put forward, it just doesn't go the way that we had planned. So here, there is an acknowledgement of that, but there's a turning to our blessings. There's a turning to our love and our connection, and that leads us to a place where we really start to see the energy that's draining us. We really start to see what we're holding on to, that we think, okay, this is a great thing, because we can't have that kind of pauper mentality that says, well, I might not have enough money to buy this. I might not have the wealth to move forward the way that I need to. And so we hold on and we hold on, and Spirit's saying, no. The wealth will come in once we start releasing the fear. And that is so easy to say, and even to conceptualize within our mind. It's such a hard practice, especially when we've been through hard times, when things have been overwhelming. So embracing that energy and also knowing when to release, that's going to be really important. God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, comes in. And it's taking flight. It's new ideas. It's more than we had anticipated coming forward. The Ace of Swords comes in, and it cuts through doubts and fears and negativity. It has us shining, it has us being, it has us thriving, but it has us doing so in a way of, this is what you fought for, this is what you needed, this is what you're standing up for, this is how you're empowered. And so there's a bit of that warrior spirit that's coming forward, Capricorn. And it brings us, okay, so Spirit just said, what is the name? It's the wounded warrior, Chiron. Okay, the wounded warrior, Chiron, who is the centaur. And there's just a sense of the warrior who can teach has also been wounded. And there's a sense of acknowledging that, because at this time, you are a fantastic teacher. You have so much to offer, but you're looking at the pain that you hold, and you're looking at, like, why would anybody listen to me? Or I have so much to work through. And Spirit's saying here, no, embrace the fact that you are a magnificent teacher, and you're grounding yourself in that energy. And now let yourself shine. I mean, the sun comes in, let yourself shine. There is such brilliance to you. There is such beauty to you. There is such extravagance to you. Let it shine. The sun comes in, and there's a new dawn, a new day. There's almost a sense of, I'm stepping out of the shadows. Just like we step out of winter, and winter can try and pull us back in, but we step out of it. And just as we're stepping into, if we're in the southern hemisphere, colder seasons, things kind of slowing down. We're letting ourselves step into the energy that is going to let us shine. Stepping into our connection with the earth, but also our own grace and our own beauty. It moves us then to go deeper within the tarot. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Okay. We have the Four of Wands, and we have the Knight of Cups. There's something that we're defending here emotionally. And there's an acknowledgement that when we start off, we are that student. We have the Page of Cups here. We are that student. We are that learner. And then here with the Knight of Cups, we are that hero that's coming in, that sense of, I'm embracing what I love. I'm embracing what I need. I'm rising above the chaos, the hurt, the disappointment, and I'm moving myself forward. There's also somebody who comes in, okay, who has a lot of scars. They just have a lot of scars. I don't know if they're physical scars. I don't know if they're mental scars, but I just see a lot of scars coming forward. This person has learned how to rise up because they have been through so much. And when this person speaks, it's like, it's harsh truths. I just keep on hearing harsh truths. They say things that we would rather want to turn away from, or we'd rather want to ignore. And yet, now that we're embracing the harsh truths, we're seeing a new path laid before us. And it leads us to the Four of Wands. This is celebration, new business, moving house. This can be something big, but it's also learning how to celebrate ourselves, learning what we're committed to, learning where it is that we want to go, what it is that we desire. The big things come forward. And now there's a sense of what I am passionate about. I have laid down the roots for, and I get to celebrate. I get to celebrate my ingenuity. I get to celebrate where I want to be. I get to celebrate, lifting myself up. It brings us to going deeper into the tarot. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Okay. I love that, the Empress. And we have the Knight. Knights defend, Empresses, Queens, right? So we have this, well, this isn't the Knight, but this is the Six of Wands. But we have her right underneath the the Knight of Cups. There is such a sense of the heart is defending what it is that we are creating. And also a sense of nurture, a sense of exploring, a sense of greater understanding. The Six of Wands comes in, and there's a sense of hold your head up high. Hold your head up high as you nurture what it is that you love, but also as you have these new creative ideas, as you're looking at things in a different way. But also there's a sense of embracing the mama bear kind of part of us, not through any violent means at all, but through this sense of I'm standing up. I'm standing up and protecting what is most dear and most valuable to me. Now, whether that be our children or our pets or, our dreams or our partners, it doesn't really matter. What we're learning here is that our voice matters. What we're learning here is that there's a beauty and a grace to us that we need to step into and really become a part of and really embrace. So there is a sense with the Six of Wands, like we have gone so long without celebrating ourselves. We have gone so long with putting ourselves last or, making sure everything else is tended, that when it comes time to celebrating ourselves, it almost feels like, oh, I'm tired. Like I'm tired, I'm overwhelmed. Maybe I'll do this tomorrow. Or, I'll get there. But there's a real need during this time to say, but this is me. And this is what I'm celebrating. This is who I am. This is what's important. And also there's a need almost for a rallying. It's like we need a point to rally around. We need something to believe in again. And as we're embracing this, we're also seeing a beautiful nurturing energy coming forward. Now, this can be very spiritual. This could be more religious if you're more, into the orthodoxy of things. It doesn't really matter how this comes forward, but this can also be personal. This could be somebody that we're rallying around at work or at home. And there's a real sense of like, this is the head and this is how I'm following. This is how I'm moving forward. It brings us then to our subconscious energy. And it starts with the Fool. The energy that we have to be mindful of is a need for new adventure, a need to just kind of break free. And there's also a sense that there's somebody here, they walked away and they went on their own adventure. And you were left with all the responsibility. You were left with all the work. So acknowledging that and acknowledging what you have been through is going to be important. It's like, okay, I need to balance this out. I need to balance me out. And as I do so, I am empowered. It moves us to our subconscious chakra energy, which is personal power. This is the solar plexus chakra. This is our personal power, our personal determination. This is our focus, our insight, our ideas. There is greater strength to us than we realize. This is a time where we are embracing it. This is a time where we are acknowledging it. And we're going to see that it strengthens us. It moves us then to our subconscious goddess cards. And this is the Dawn. And it says here, do not be discouraged if things look dark and hopeless. The sun rises, and we have the sun right here, right? The sun rises each day, renewing new possibilities and renewed hope. And so there's a sense of embracing this beauty, this intensity, this desire within us. It's not over. It's not over, and that's so important. It moves us then to our subconscious tarot selves. And it begins with the Five of Pentacles. And we saw that energy, that pulper energy come forward, that sense of I'm out in the cold, that sense of how do I move forward? How do I connect? And it can be that we're having a hard time connecting with the money. Like it feels like it's slipping out of our fingers. We get so far and then the bills come in and this has to be paid and that has to be paid. And we're not getting ahead the way that we want to. There's also a sense of, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I don't know where things aren't, why things aren't moving the way that I want them to. There needs to be an attitude here of wealth and prosperity. Because there's almost a sense of I'm fighting off the hurt, the pain, the poverty that I've been through. And that's what I'm doing in my life. That's what I've dedicated myself to. But we haven't dedicated ourselves to being prosperous, to being bountiful, to being, abundant. And there's a difference. And though it might not seem like there's a difference in the energy that we project forward. And there needs to be a peace within us because there's also a worry about money. Now, we could have money problems. We have inflation, we have everything going on, and it's intense. So sitting here and feeling out in the cold will make it so that money is pushed away. There needs to be a looking at it dead in the eye and saying, I'm worthy of this, and actually believing it. Because for so many of us, we say that, and we give it good lip service, but feeling it in our hearts, radiating it forward, that's super hard. That is super hard. We're seeing our worth. And it's like a revelation comes forward. Our subconscious tarot energy continues with the Ten of Cups. This is happiness. This is love. This is connection. This is what brings us joy. This is what sparks a sense of beauty within us. And as we're connecting with this, we're connecting with us. It's looking at our happiness and saying, there's a time and a place for it. And I get to embrace that. Because again, we're pushing it off. Or we're trying to make our happiness, our joy, what other people's happiness and joys are. And it's not working for us. So here we're fully embracing who we are and what we want. And we're saying, this makes me happy. If reading a book makes you happy, if going out with friends makes you happy, then embrace your happiness. Embrace your joy. Embrace your beauty. And let yourself shine. It brings us then to our subconscious to go deeper into the tarot. And it's the universe. This is the world card in the Llewellyn tarot deck. The world is opening up to us. The world is opening up to us as we are warriors of our heart, as we acknowledge our emotions. Because Capricorn, we like things to be neat and orderly and all in a line, type of thing. And so here, when it's embrace your emotions, when it's be that warrior for your heart, your soul, and your expression, it's like, well, that's a bit silly. That's a bit silly. Let me get a spreadsheet. Let me write everything out. Let me, organize it all. But here it's like, let yourself be free. See where the wind takes you. Let an adventure come forward, because there's a sense here that somebody got to have their adventure. Somebody got to do something extraordinary, right? Or just fun, and you didn't get to. And there's a bitterness there because of it. Acknowledging that is going to be important, and not being held back by it, but saying, you know what? That's not fair. That's not cool. That's not right. But I'm not going to let them rule me. That's going to be important, because it opens up the world for us. It helps us to move forward. It brings us then to the Seven of Swords. There's a betrayal that we've been through, and it makes it hard to celebrate. There's a sense almost that I don't want to celebrate. I don't want to, put too much out there, because then when it all falls apart, more people will know, more people will laugh. And what Spirit is saying here is that we've gathered up knowledge that we need. We've gathered up determination. We are leaving some things behind. Now we have to embrace who we are and what we want. Now we have to see things more openly and more honestly for ourselves, not letting that betrayal define us. Because if we let that betrayal define us, all the blessings, all the beauty, all the celebration, it goes away. It goes away, and it's denied from us. All right, Capricorn. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power and intensity of ourselves, of this time, and of what we want. So just be warned that there will be a loud sound as we do this meditation. Take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Capricorn.